Hey everybody, we wanted to start off this week's episode talking about a new electronics brand that Morgan and I are obsessed with, and they're called Sudio.
Sudio makes headphones and earbuds that not only have outstanding sound quality, but they also design headphones as an accessory that you'll be excited to wear around.
So true. Morgan and I both got the Black Regent design, which are Sudio's premium on-ear model, and they're so cute.
So cute.
So cute. The combination of high-polished metal and matte surfaces embodies the vision of Scandinavian design. They also come with custom-designed interchangeable caps, so you can change them up whenever you feel like it.
Change it up for your mood. Regent are the perfect companion for anyone on the go. They will connect to any device that has Bluetooth, or you can use an aux cord that they also provide. And they also give you 24 plus hours of battery life.
That's a lot of life.
That's life.
Now, don't get us wrong. These headphones are handy, super chic, and contemporary, but they also deliver some of the best sound quality I've ever heard. They provide impeccable clarity and instrumental tones, well-balanced sound, and definition.
Sudio also has a multitude of earbuds, from hard pairs to those nice soft ones that are great for people like me with little tiny ear holes and they get sore.
I get it. You can get a pair of your own Sudio headphones today, and if you use our offer code The Sisters Grimm, you can get 15% off your entire order.
That's right. Use promo code The Sisters Grimm. That's TheSistersGrimm. That's right, 2 M's, to get 15% off your very own pair of Sudio headphones or earbuds. Trust us, you won't be disappointed.
The Sisters Grimm podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Please listen at your own discretion.
Tiptoe through the window.
The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
The most notorious serial killer in the nation, the Night Stalker.
The Boston Strangler.
The Son of Sam. The infamous Zodiac Killer.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Get away from her, you bitch!
Welcome to the Sisters Grimm podcast.
How'd you do this? Show you.
Welcome to the Sisters Grimm podcast.
We are here.
We are here. We're beer. Get used to it.
Deal with it.
Deal with it. So, how have you been doing, Morgan?
I've been doing pretty good. I've been cool. I've been feeling fun.
Both
young,
of us have
free.
had our bodies snatched by aliens, and we're still trying to figure out English.
Yeah, it's hard.
We're like halfway there.
We're halfway there.
Halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. So anyway, this is the Sisters Grimm podcast. Did we say that already?
We did, and so thus we're going to talk about the Brothers Grimm again.
Yeah, man. Why not just fucking
Brothers
talk
Grimm
about
Part
them?
4?
Brothers Grimm Part 4? Question.
Yeah, I think we did Part 3 about 10 episodes ago. So
yeah, no, this is the Brothers Grimm.
Strap on in and get ready for some fun little stories from the Bro Grimms.
From the Brothers Grimm,
coming from the Sissy Grimms.
From the Sissy Grimms. Oh God, our dog Sissy.
That would be like a good stripper name, Sissy Grimm.
My stripper name would be Sissy Stonewall.
Mine would be Sissy Gridley.
Sissy Gridley? That'd
Kinda
be weird.
cute.
We'd have the same stripper name. Gross.
Ew.
Can you pick a different aminal?
Okay, I'll pick Ginger. Ginger
Yeah.
Gridley.
Ginger Gridley? That's way cuter.
That's way cute.
So I thought maybe we'd start out. It's been a while, and there's some great movies. I thought maybe
we could discuss.
Yeah, I saw Mother.
I don't want you to give too much away because I still haven't seen Mother, but I really want to see Mother.
After you see Mother, like you're not. That's how you need to pronounce it.
Mother.
It's because it's like it's Darren
Aronofsky.
Yeah, no, my alien mouth doesn't know how to say that word yet.
My alien.
Not
mouth.
even my regular mouth knew that one. But yeah, so you know how he likes the last like 15 minutes of his movie to be the most intense.
Yeah.
I almost passed out.
I.e. Requiem for a Fucking Dream.
Yeah, it's worse than that. It is worse than that. Also, because that movie I thought was going to be more in the vein of a Rosemary Baby situation, but it was the other coin, flip side of the coin.
I know it has to do with religion, but that's really all I know.
It does.
But don't give too much away.
Not at all. But I also saw the movie Lyle. It's on Amazon Prime, and it has Gabby Hoffman in it, and it's only an hour long, and it's like a modern day. It's more, what's it called? It's more Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary,
and
Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby. BB of New York. Yeah, and Michael Che from SNL is in it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It's very short,
I love him.
but it's really, really good. Like, it's about her and her partner, and her partner is, like, not doing very well promoting music. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, she starts doing really well. And we all know what that means. That means she made a deal with the devil.
Always.
And the girl gets pregnant. And it's really weird, and that's all I'll say. But, yeah, I love Gabby Hoffman. Little girl from fucking, Sleepless in Seattle. Also, fucking saw Jurassic World.
Don't say anything about that either, because again, I haven't seen it.
I know, but I'm just saying, it was amazing. I give it 2 claws up.
2 big old velociraptor thumbs all the way up.
I give it 5 Wayne Knights.
I give it 3 Jeff Goldblums.
I give it 1,000 Jeff Goldblums. Mm-hmm. Jeff Goldablooms. Okay, anyways. so I also have a little correction from our
murders.
From murders.
From our murders. Our own personal murders.
No, Morgan and I have an inside joke when we don't know what the next topic of the podcast is going to be. We're just like, how about just people who died?
How about we do an episode about people who die?
How about just people who died? Which is kind of fucked up.
And we'll be like, oh yeah, that's really good. But I was thinking maybe we could do an episode about people who die.
But, that's really, really good and everything. But, I mean, I was just kind of thinking as, something new, we should maybe do people who have died.
That would be great. We haven't done that yet. But what if, this is a far-off one, what if we did people who die?
Whoa. Okay.
I know.
I love it. I love it. We could, that was really good, though. But, yeah.
So what was your correction?
My correction was there will not be a new Friday the 13th movie. I can't name my source. I can't. I guess
Dope.
It is Deep Throat from the movie All the President's Men.
Cool.
So
like we said, Brothers Grimm stories, part 4. So Holly, do you want to begin with your first Brothers Grimm little story?
Yeah, only if you promise to read all of your notes in that little voice.
Okay.
No, actually,
we are going to Wisconsin soon.
We are. A little callback to
our Door County episode.
Weird.
Door County's weird.
Door County's weird. So my first little story is called Mrs. Fox's Wedding.
Sounds cute.
Yeah, it's not. There's this old fox, and he had 9 tails, but he thought that his wife was cheating on him, and so he decided to test her by pretending to be dead. Okay. You know how you do.
You know how we all have done with exes.
Oh, yeah. You know how...
pretend like you're drowning, you pass out,
or in this case, he hid under, he hid under he hid under, in the story they referred to it as the bench. You know how everyone has the bench.
Of course, yeah.
You know, you have...
I know what mine is.
You have a stove, you have a refrigerator, you have the bench.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Fox was obviously upset, and she locked herself in a room and cried and cried and cried. And she was, an actual fox, like a foxy lady, because once all the young foxes found out that he died, they were like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
More like, Miss Fox is back on the market. Let's all get in there. And so one day, this handsome young fox comes to the house and tells their maid, Miss Cat, who opened the door, and she sees this sexy-ass fox. We could call him Chad. Chad was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, let's not call him Chad.
Yeah, I don't know why. Let's just call him Sexy Fox.
Okay.
Again, Miss Cat told him that she was cooking warm beer with butter in it. So I guess she was making butterbeer?
Well, butterbeer is more like butterscotch beer.
Yeah, what she's making sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it really does.
She offered the young fox some, and he was like, hot butter with beer? No, thank you.
Really?
Well, yeah, he said no thanks. He asked what Mrs. Fox was up to, and Miss Cat said that she had been locked in her room for days mourning the death of her husband, and he told Miss Cat to go tell Mrs. Fox that a young fox was there and he wants to court her. So Miss Cat went up to Mrs. Fox's door and, like, gave it a little knock and was like, Mrs. Fox, I know you're, like, really sad and stuff right now, but there's this, like, really hot fox here, and he says he wants to date you. There's, like, this really pretty fox here. Like, I'm a cat, but, like, this fox is hot as shit. And Mrs. Fox was like, does he have 9 tails like my dead husband? Apparently that was, like, her kink or whatever.
That was, like, what she's really yummy for.
Yeah, and Miss Cat was like, nope, just 1 tail. And Mrs. Fox was like, ooh, gross, tell him to go fuck off. I don't want no fox with 1 damn tail. So foxes just slowly start showing up one after the other. A second fox comes, it has 2 tails. A third fox comes, it has 3 tails.
Do foxes often have multiple tails?
Well, there was Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog, and he had 2, and they helped him fly, but only for a very short period of time where he gets super tired.
Was Tails a fox?
Tails was a fox.
I thought he was a hedgehog.
That was Sonic?
I thought they were all hedgehogs.
No, he's a fox.
What's Knuckles?
Knuckles is a...
hedgehog.
No, Knuckles is like not a Cthulhu. He's a cheetah. Oh. Yeah, and his real name's is like Miles
Thought they were all hedgehogs.
They're not. He's a tail. And remember, he's got those 2 little, like, and it's like... And then he starts going
I
like...
love Tails.
I never liked playing with him. He always made me lose coins, and I was
he always
like...
helped me.
But, okay, so another fox comes, it has 4 tails, and so on, and each time Miss Fox is like, hashtag fuck that. So then finally, a fox with 9 tails finally comes, and Mrs. Fox is like, fuck yeah, and so they decide to get married, and technically she is allowed to do it. She's mourned her husband, who she thought was dead. She didn't hop on Fox Tinder as soon as she found out he died. So Mr. Fox gets up and stops pretending to be dead. So he gets out from under the bench. And he's super pissed off. He goes to the wedding, kills everyone.
Oh my god.
So also technically...
Talk about angry.
Yeah, but also technically her marriage to the new fox wouldn't be valid if the original Mr. Fox was still alive. Right. But also I have no clue what the laws of the animal world are. Right. So maybe you can have multiple wives and husbands. But, like, whatever.
Whatever, do your thing.
Yeah. So I think the moral of the story is to not be so insecure, because obviously Mrs. Fox loved Mr. Fox, and he was an asshole who pretended to be dead.
Jealousy's a disease. Get well soon, Mr. Fox.
Yeah, Mr. Fox. So yeah, Mr. Fox was a dick.
Mr. Fox sucked.
Mrs. Fox apparently was very good looking.
Oh, well, then work, bitch.
And
work it out, Mrs. Fox, yas.
Yeah, and then they all died.
Ockies.
But also hella common with the Brothers Grimm.
Yeah, there's a lot of death and, like, murder and a lot of, like, animals.
And then, like, they'll just
talk.
And then they'll be like, and then the king, and it's like the king. So the king, I think, is just in all of these stories. You have to assume
there's a king.
There's a king,
and he's either an animal or maybe not. We were just watching The Lion King. Maybe that's who they're talking about.
You think they were talking about Mufasa?
No, I think they're talking about Simba because Mufasa's dead.
Dude, we found out. I just addressed everyone as dude.
Dude. Holly is talking to every dude out
all
there.
All of you in your car or crocheting or whatever the fuck.
On your lunch break.
Yeah.
Eating a pretzel.
Sure. Whoever's eating a pretzel right now is probably choking on it like fucking George Bush. But anyways, I digress. Scar and Mufasa weren't actually brothers.
I know, it's weird. They were like just brethren.
They were brethren in the way that like in a tribe, but like I guess go on like Hello Giggle. They explained it.
Hello Giggle. Ooh, sorry.
But because they did an interview with the creators of
The Lion King.
But like they had to get Scar in there. They had to get another brother in there because obviously it's Hamlet with Aminals. Haminals, brought to you by Shakespeare/Disney.
Yes.
So, how about your little story, Morgan?
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
We just ran the gamut of accents.
Yeah, I don't know why we can't stop doing accents.
We can't
all the time.
stop.
So, my first story is The Wolf and the Seven Little Goats, or Der Wolf und die sieben jungen Greiseln.
Oh yeah, that weird B letter. That
it's a
sounds
double
like an
S. It's supposed to be a double
look
S.
like one.
Okay, so the story begins with an old mother goat that had 7 little baby goats, or a kid, or a billy is what little goats are called.
Cute. Should we say at the top, full disclosure, we both picked this story?
Yeah, Holly and I both chose this story even after Holly told me she was doing this story, and I just forgot, and it's like gold, so I just did
It's a really good story. So, I mean, Morgan is going to tell it, but I just want to say that when I first started reading it, they had me at Once Upon a Time There Was an Old Goat.
Yeah, for sure, every time.
Yeah.
And so this old goat was actually a mom.
Spoiler alert.
To 7 little baby goats.
Spoiler alert, this mom with 7 kids is a mom.
She's a mom. So one day, this mom, she needed to go to the forest to get food for all of her little baby goats, and she told them that there was a wolf. I'm assuming much like the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
Probably the same guy, wouldn't you say?
He's probably busy. Yeah. That dude.
Yeah, or they're just homies.
Is there one wolf? Is there one big bad wolf, you think? Or are there like multiple
several big... There's like medium bad wolf, there's like sort of bad wolf, there's like nice wolf whose breath kind of smells.
Or maybe there's just wolves, and then there's good wolves and there's bad wolves, and then like the good wolves are like, hey, don't lump us all into one category. Some of us don't want to eat all of your babies.
There's vegetarian wolves, maybe.
Yeah, and they're sick.
So the mother told them, be on your guard against the wolf, for if he were once to get, he would eat you up, skin, bones, and all. The wretch often disguises himself, but he may always be known by his hoarse voice and his black paws.
I thought, when I was thinking of his voice, I was thinking... Batman. I was thinking he sounded like Batman.
If it was really hoarse.
They're like, hey kids.
The wolf is definitely a smoker.
Yeah, no.
He smokes like Marlboro Reds.
No, he smokes cigarettes with the filters torn off.
Yeah, absolutely.
He
cuts the filters on his cigarettes.
No, he just rips them off with his
teeth.
With his black paws.
With his black paws,
his black paws. It all comes full circle.
Totally. But the little goats were very brave, and they said, don't be afraid, dear mother, we can take care of ourselves. So, like, they probably wanted her to, like, leave.
Yeah, they wanted to,
like, party, so they're like, bye, Mom.
Well, it clearly doesn't seem, like, I don't think people go get food very often. They make it seem like it's a very big deal.
Well,
in these
it
stories.
is, having to go out into the woods as a goat to get food.
I know. It's weird, like, going to get food when you are food. What?
When you're not on the top of the food pyramid.
That's how bugs live. Dude, that's how like bugs live their life. We take for granted. I don't think we're at the top of the food chain.
Well, we're pretty close.
I don't know how it works, but like
in the water, we're not. On land, we are, unless we're like with lions.
There's only like 10% of like the entire mass of Earth that people can live on. Okay, we're getting off topic grandly.
So Mama Goat left, and not soon after came a knock on the door.
That was a glass coffee table.
No, I'm gonna try to do this in my best hoarse wolf voice.
No, do it in your best.
Open the door, my dear children. Your mother has come back and has brought each of you something. Was that good?
I don't know how I feel.
It sounded hoarse, right?
It sounded scary.
But the little billy goats knew it wasn't their mom because of the hoarse voice.
Well, duh.
And so they said, "Hey, bitch ass, get out this motherfucker."
Shut the fuck up.
Just kidding.
Yeah, they're like,
they cried,
our mom doesn't sound like that.
You're not our mother. She has a delicate, sweet voice. So they knew, and apparently they all cried that at the same time in the story. So I'm like, okay, apparently they all just need to say that at the same time.
They have hive mind. There's that many. When there's that many children, they just all of their minds are interconnected.
So at this point of the story, the wolf goes to the store and he buys chalk
to eat to make his voice soft,
which is like,
I'm like, is that a thing? Is that a thing?
No.
None of the things that happen in this are things.
I don't think so. I mean, so then the wolf comes back and
little glass,
same thing. Open the door, my dear children. Your mother is here and has brought you each something.
Open the door, my dear children.
Well, no, now his voice isn't hoarse because he ate the chalk.
Oh, yeah.
So
he's like, open my door, my dear children. Your mother is here and has brought you each something.
That's sure close. I'm sure.
You're like, oh, Mom.
You'd think maybe they'd be like, okay, isn't that what the wolf like just said?
Yeah, right.
So like, let's like decide that's not the wolf.
Also, he came right after their mom left. Also, why would the mom knock on the door of her own house?
Right, she probably has the key.
Wouldn't she just come in and be like, "Hey, Mom's home.
Mom's here.
Mom's home from the
Mama
church
goat
store."
Here.
Old
but
goat in the
anyways,
house.
so this time the little baby goats knew because the wolf put his little black paws up on the door. And that's how they knew. Okay, he put his big black
scary
paws on the door. And they were like, nah, you're not our mom. She doesn't have black paws. She has cute little white paws.
No, she would have hooves.
True.
She goat.
Yeah.
Goat's hooves.
And then the wolf was like, fuck!
He's like, oh, God damn it, I forgot about my feet.
So he runs to the baker that's in the town, which I'm assuming there's one.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm hurt in the foot. Pray spread some dough over the place.
If I was the baker, I'd be like, I'm sorry, you clearly have hurt yourself. Are you sure it wasn't your head, though?
Yeah, I am hurt in the foot.
I'm hurt in foot. Please
spread some dough on my foot. Okay.
I'd be like, that's going to be a no thank you for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's going to be a no for me, dog.
It's going to be a big old no from me, dog. So then he runs to the miller of the town. Again, I'm assuming there's probably just one.
Miller and bakers are the same thing.
Are they?
Yeah.
No, Miller's Mill.
Miller's Mill grain.
Water.
Miller's or water?
I think.
You might be right.
I think.
But then why does this miller have dough?
No, that's not what he wants him to do.
Oh,
he wants him to strew some meal over my paws. What does that even mean?
I don't know. This is just fucking weird. He wants, like, flour on his feet. He wants to make his feet white.
Yeah, he basically just wants his feet to look white.
And for whatever reason, he seems to think that the best idea to do this is to have someone rub dough and sprinkle his feet with flour.
Is that what meal is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the miller says no because he knew the wolf was up to something bad, but when the miller denied him, the wolf threatened to eat him, so the miller just did it instead. Anyways, and in this part of the story, it literally said, and that just shows what men are.
Wow.
Which is, like, such a read.
Yeah. It just was like, white, it was like, in parentheses, white privilege.
Pretty much. So then at this point, because he shows back up the wolf.
So the wolf goes back a third time, knocks on the doors, and the kids are like...
The voice sounds good. The paws look white.
Even though they
let
should
him in.
know that they mom has hooves.
Yeah, that's true. But they are like little dumb idiots.
They are just little goats.
There's little goats.
So
then they let him in. Lo and behold, it's the wolf.
Oh shit.
So, like, in the story, it says, like, that they all...
Yeah, one hides under the table, the second hides under a bed, the third in the stove, the fourth in the kitchen, which is probably the worst hiding place because it's literally just changing what room you're in.
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah, like, fuck, kitchen.
I don't know, the kitchen?
I don't know, our house has 2 rooms in it. I guess I'll go with the kitchen.
Right.
The 5th hid inside a cupboard, the 6th hid in the sink, and the 7th hid inside of a clock. Hickory dickory dock style.
Yeah, bitch. So,
unfortunately,
the wolf found all of the kids except the one that was hiding in the clock. Because, like, why would you look in a clock?
He must have been he was the youngest goat and he could fit in a clock.
Yeah, he was probably the only one who was little
teeny. So all of you youngsters out there, we used to have these big things called clocks.
Yeah, they used to not be on our iPhones.
Yeah, they used to be as big as a room. And
True.
You would call them grandfather.
And
sometimes mice would run up. And they would call hickory dickory dock.
They would dock it up. Sorry, I just got super excited. We're in our parents' house right now recording this, and I just saw like 3 books that I'm so excited that are like mine from my childhood that I'm gonna take it home and read.
Was one of them the thesaurus?
No, they were these like weird little teen books about like these girls living in Los Angeles.
Oh. Cool.
They were from the same like writer of like Gossip Girl, but it was a different one, and it was called like A-List or something like that. It was really good.
Hey, the U.S. Constitution. That's mine. Okay, anyways.
We've got a lot of books here. We're like basically in our parents' like library.
No, it's the playroom. They want to call it
the library. They call it the library because there's like a shit ton of books and bookshelves.
But we all know that this place used to be filled with blocks and Barbie dolls, so this is the fucking playroom, bitch. So yeah, unfortunately, all those goats got swallowed.
Swallowed whole because he was hungry.
He was hung.
You know when your dog is so hungry and you like give them a whole banana and they just swallow it in one bite? I know Ginger's done that before.
Ginger did that all the time. Yeah. So
that's kind of what it was like.
Yeah. So he ate after eating 6 goats. He was tired and went to take a little nap.
Oh my god! You know, like when you like eat at Cracker Barrel and then afterwards you like need big nap time.
Yeah. You know how like when you eat 6 goats whole and then you're just like, I need a little nap.
I need like a quick snooze.
I need to like go in a meadow and just like take a little like.
I need some me time.
I just need a little me time. So the mother goat gets home.
She finds that the door's open, everything's like thrown around. She's like, oh fuck! So I think she yells out to her goats, and just the little young one obviously calls back, and he's like, Mom, I'm in the clock.
He's like, Mom, I'm in the clock. I think everyone's dead.
So Mom opens the clock, little baby boy in there, and they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
So then
they go out and they see. Because the stupid fucking wolf did not go far.
No, he just was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna take a little nap.
Yeah. I mean, he took a couple steps and then was like...
Right.
And so the mom goat and the little kid, literally kid, find him. And
he's sleeping and she notices that his stomach starts moving and kicking. And she's like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah, because he swallowed them whole, they didn't die. And so she Jack the Rippers him, cuts him
open. Somehow he doesn't wake up from any kind of initial incision.
Nope.
He's just like, whatever.
He was out, dude. 6
You know when you eat 6 goats and you like will not wake up from any alarm?
You know how 6 goats equal anesthesia? And so they they get all the little goats out and they're all like, or what?
Goats are like, oh, have you ever seen that one video and it's like a goat and it's like videos of Oprah and every time that she's like, oh, it's just a goat.
It's that goat. Yeah, I was like, were you going to start singing a hymn? Because that's not how goats sound.
No.
They're like, they like make boss sounds-ish. We live in the city. We don't know.
Hey, I have pictures of me holding goats.
Oh my god. There's a picture of me petting a goat literally up right there.
Where?
Right there. You can't see it because of the angle you're sitting at. So they replaced the little goats with big rocks and which is
kind of just to like weigh him down, I'm assuming?
Oh, it's to kill him because he gets up. He gets up for some reason because he has rocks in his stomach. It makes him very thirsty. And so he goes over to a well. He leans over to take a little sippy sip. And because he's full of rocks and a little top heavy, he kertumbles all the way down and dies.
Bye, wolf.
Yeah, and then all of the goats like run around singing, and they're like, "That wolf is dead."
And they do little like wolf kicks, like little leprechaun kicks.
Yeah, like those one little kicks.
Yeah.
So
that was
that was that wasn't
the wolf and the 7 young kids.
The wolf and the 7 little teeny tiny goats, little teeny
goats.
All right.
So I think this is probably a good place for us to put, like, I don't know, a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, it's definitely time to take it to the break.
Take it to the breakdown. Holly, do you know what one of my biggest pet peeves is?
Is it when Tuesday starts eating her food loudly right as we're about to start recording the podcast every week?
Yeah, but also, you know, like when your headphones or your earbuds or whatever get all tangled up and there's a million little knots and you can't get them out?
I hate that too, which is why I've been loving our new Studio Bluetooth headphones. Even the cord they do provide if you don't feel like using Bluetooth isn't one of those skinny little cords that get tangled super duper easy. Everything about the Studio design is a sleek and unbelievably streamlined process.
Studio was inspired by the beauty and vibrance of Stockholm, Sweden, and they believe remaining true to their Scandinavian roots is what has helped get them where they are today.
Studio wants to revolutionize the way consumers see headphones and earbuds, not just as a tech device, but also as a gorgeous accessory that you'll be proud to wear out and about.
I know, I've already taken several cute photos with my headphones. Holly and I both got the Regent on-ear model, and we also both got the really cute marble interchangeable caps that they provide. And people keep coming up to me asking me where I've got them because they don't look like any other headphone really out there, like on the market right now.
No, same here. They're definitely a piece of art, and you can wear them around, and as an artist, I'm obsessed. Their minimalistic look is very cute.
Studio also has smaller earbuds like their tray design that are amazing for working out. They're sweat-proof, and they have custom wingtips, so they fit very securely around your ear.
What the frick are you waiting for? Go to their website, studio.com, to get your first pair of headphones or earbuds, and if you use our promo code, The Sisters Grimm, that's with 2 M's, you'll get 15% off.
That's right. The Sisters Grimm 2 M's for 15% off your entire order today.
Welcome back.
That was a sponsor.
Welcome back, welcome back.
We know you skipped through it, but that's fine.
Yeah, you've probably heard it 1,000 times.
Guess what, you guys? Studio headphones are the fucking shit.
Yeah, the shit.
As someone whose life now is just commuting to work all by the train, they're the shit.
We did just do a commercial for them. You don't have to keep...
Sorry.
Morgan fucking...
How strongly I feel.
Morgan is obsessed with Studio. So, the next and last story on our Grimm episode part 4. How do you say 4 in German? 4.
1, 2, wir.
Wir?
Yeah.
Wir. Is called The Godfather. Not to be confused with The Godfather.
The actual movie.
Yeah, the Marlon Brando.
None of him.
So in German that would be Godfather.
Godfather.
That sounds like someone. That sounds like a Russian person asking
Again,
if you have water.
my German is not even close to being perfect or even good.
Actually, you got water. Could I have a sip?
Yeah, you can have a drink of my water, girl.
Your water? Okay.
It's actually Wasser in German.
Water is Wasser?
Wasser.
Interesting. It's like
Vassar,
Vassar, the college. Anywhoozle.
Anyway,
back to The Godfather. There was a very poor man, and he had 12 kids, and he worked like a dog just to feed them. When his wife became pregnant with their 13th child, he freaked the fuck out, and he ran out into the highway.
Super unlucky.
Yeah, exactly. And was just going to ask the first person he saw to be the child's godfather. Oddly enough, the first person he saw was God.
Oh, I totally know that feeling.
Yeah, like God. Like God,
Like Jesus.
No. Like God.
Right, they're not the same.
Not God. Because
in some religions they are.
God is, because God is omnipotent. He knew what was troubling the man, so he told him he took pity on him and that he would hold the child at the baptism, he would care for him, and he would make him happy on earth.
Cool.
The poor man was like, who are you? You'd think he'd know it was God. Like, what does God look like? Jesus looks like Eric Clapton.
Right. He also looks like Jonathan from
does
Queer
God...
Eye.
Yeah. Yes. Very much.
Yes.
But, like, what does God look like? Dumbledore? Santa? A beam of light? I don't know.
I think probably like a big green alien or like Barney.
Barney? It could be Barney. It could literally be anything because who knows?
Who knows? And he also presents himself in different ways.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how he presents himself here for that guy to be like, who are you?
New phone, who dis?
Yeah, really. That's funny that you say that. But at any rate, this dude didn't know what God looked like either. And so God was like, I am God. And the poor man was like, ew, I don't want you to be the godfather. You give to the rich and you let the poor starve. But apparently this guy was a full-blown atheist and had never learned. I mean, I didn't know this either. Because he didn't know that God wisely defines wealth and poverty. But, like, that's still bitchy.
Right.
So the poor man was like, peace out, bitch. And the devil comes up to him. I don't know I don't know where this guy was, but he was in, like, why all of these people were in proximity to each other.
Right.
But the devil comes up to him. And he was like, what are you looking for? If you let me be your baby's godfather, I'll give him gold and happiness. And the poor man was like, who are you? And
who are all these people?
And the devil was like...
The devil was probably gorgeous.
I know. But the devil was like, I am devil.
I am devil.
I am devil. And the poor man was like, no, you're the devil.
Bye.
You deceive mankind and you lead them astray. And I was thinking...
He knows enough about the religion.
Yeah.
Feels like he's kind of got it right.
True. He just doesn't know what they look like. Or perhaps they're like...
But do any of us?
No.
Right.
I don't.
I
mean, I picture Satan looking hot as hell.
I mean, I picture him with a little horns and a tail, because that's what, I
picture him looking like Guy Fieri with...
oh, yeah.
But, like, cooler.
I picture him looking like that really hot guy from Lost, who is also in Vampire Diaries.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, my God. Ian Summer?
Yes.
Something? Summer Holder? Summer Hean? Okay, anyways. So the poor man keeps walking, and then Death comes up to him on withered legs. Yeah, so this is where I got
never
confused.
To take this road.
Yeah, right. What fucking highway are you?
Yeah, where are you?
He's on the highway to hell.
Whoa. Or heaven.
He's on the highway to heaven. Anyway, that's like the Kids Bop version.
He's on the highway to heaven, yeah.
I just want to shout
my
out...
mom's cool and my dad rules. Stop it.
If anyone from Kids Bop listens to our podcast, I would just like to say that the Kids Bop version of Praying by Kesha, I felt was a little inappropriate.
Oh my God, have you ever heard the one for Thrift Shop?
Oh God, yes. I remember listening
Walk
to
into
that.
the club like, what up, I got a cool mom. Is literally what they said.
I forgot they said, what up, you got a cool mom. Oh my God. Because I remember we listened to that like on the 4th of July and dying.
Yeah, like years ago. Yeah.
Oh, like, what up, I got a cool...
Walk into the club like, what up, I got a cool mom.
Jesus Christ.
Me every time I go to a club.
Yeah, me always. So, Death comes up to him and he's like, he's like, hey, I'm Death. What's your number? And he's like, take me as your child's godfather. Again, the poor man was like, no. Phone, who dis?
Yeah, wait, who you? With the sickle and cloak?
Yeah, and you have like we're withered. He was very withered. And Death was like, I am Death, who makes everyone equal. And the poor man said, you are the one. You're the one.
What?
He's like, you are the one. You are the one I wanna.
This is a weird one to choose to be the godfather for your 13th kid. Death?
Yeah, right? But then he was like, you take away the rich as well as the poor without distinction. You'll be the godfather.
Okay.
You'll get all the cannolis you motherfucking want, bitch.
Whatever, bitch.
So Death said he would make the child rich and famous, and the poor man was like, cool, the baptism's Sunday, don't be late.
Don't be late.
Yeah.
So the kid's already born.
Yeah, I guess so at this point.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a very short period of time.
At that point, I would just start naming my kids after the number. I'd be like, okay, 13.
You could be like George Foreman.
I mean, our dog's name is Tuesday. It wouldn't be that weird to name my kid 13.
No. George Foreman it and just name all your kids Morgan.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like my name
He has like 10 children named George.
I hate saying my name.
You hate saying the name Morgan?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love the name Morgan.
I don't have to say it a lot because it's my own. Actually, that makes sense.
You don't ever just wake up and be like, I am Morgan, and it's gonna... Okay, anyway.
No.
I'm very sorry about that. So, like I said, the poor man seems like kind of an asshole, but...
Yeah, he's judgmental AF.
But Death was on time. He brought the caterers. The baptism was great, and Death fulfilled his godfatherly duties. Once the boy came of age, his godfather appeared and told the boy to come with him into the woods, and he showed him some herbs, some flour. And he said he was going to give him the gift of being a famous physician. Whenever called to a sick person, Death would appear to the boy. Death said that if he was standing at the person's head, you could say with confidence to that person that they will live, and then give them the herb, and then they'll get better. If you see me appear at the person's feet, they belong to me. Say that they are beyond help, and there is no physician in the world that can save them. But if you use the herb to save their life, something very bad will happen to you.
Okay.
For if it's supposed to be someone who's going to die. This part reminded me of American Horror Story.
Ooh.
A little bit. Asylum.
Have we talked about the fact about American Horror Story? The next season is Coven Murder House mushed together.
We haven't talked...
Super big side note, but oh my God.
We haven't talked about it, but I think in between, like in the middle of my story is probably a good way. No, it's cool. I'm very curious. Like, is Evan Peters going to be Tate? Or is he going to be Dead Kyle?
Going to be there? Because she was in both seasons. She's the
Supreme. She better. No, she's not the Supreme anymore.
Yeah, right. Did she die in the first season? Because she dies in the Coven.
She doesn't. Remember, she gives the Antichrist is born. Remember the Tate baby?
I just remember Naughty Pine.
Shut up! I remember that too. So, anywho's all. The boy eventually turns into a young man who has become the most famous physician in the entire world. People say that he only needs to look at the sick in order to know their condition, because only death appears to them. Like, everybody else can't see death, otherwise they'd be like, ah! Right. So people came far and wide for help, and he became a very wealthy man. It came to pass that the king became ill. You know, the king.
Right.
Like how we were talking about.
The king.
So the physician was summoned and told to say if the recovery was possible, but when the physician approached the bed, death was standing at the king's feet, so the herb wouldn't have been able to save his life. But the physician was like, well, maybe I can deceive death just once. Maybe he'll take it easy on me because I'm his godson. So he took the king's body and he turned him so that death was standing at his head instead of his feet, and he gave the herb to the king, and he regained his health. But Death was pissed.
Yeah.
And he went to the physician. He made a dark and angry face, which was scary to read.
Yuck.
Like, that's, like, he's withered. Right. Like, so his face, I'm imagining, is also. He threatened him with his finger and said, you have betrayed me. I will look over it this time because you are my godson. But if you do it again, it will cost you your neck and I will take you away with me.
Dang.
Quick question. Do death and the devil live in different places? Like, where does death live? Where does death live?
Death is just
death.
He is who takes you where you're supposed to go. If heaven and hell is real, death takes you to whichever one you belong to. So death is just kind of a medium between the two.
So he's like the Uber between heaven and hell. So death just kind of wanders our earth.
Yeah.
So he's like a nomad,
constantly waiting for people to drop
and being pretty excited about it. From what I've heard,
he seems like, I mean, it's his job.
It is his
Isn't
job.
it exciting when you get to do your job?
Yeah, it's really exciting when you get to do your job, especially when it's killing people.
When it's ending people's lives.
When you get to just touch them and then they die.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
The kiss of death.
The kiss of death, the touch of death, the lick of death. That'd be crazy. So the king's daughter, his only child, became deathly ill, and he cried and cried all day and night until his eyes began to go blind.
Sad.
He was so sad, he said that whomever could cure his daughter could claim the throne and become king. The physician came to the girl's bed, and Death was standing at her feet. He should have remembered Death's warning, but the princess was so hot, the idea of becoming her husband made him think with his dick instead of his brain. So he also moved her, much like the king, and fed her the herb, and she regained her health again, and Death was so pissed that he had been cheated out of a dead person for the second time. So Death grabbed the physician firmly with an ice-cold hand and dragged him to an underground cavern where there were thousands and thousands of candles of all different sizes and endless rows. Sometimes a candle would go out and another would light immediately. It was just a hall of flickering landals. It was a land of candles, just bouncing back and forth.
Creepy.
Death said that they were life flights of mankind. The large ones were children. Medium-sized ones were married people in their best years, so like middle-aged people, and the little ones were old people. However, even children and young people could have a small candle, because it's based on how long you live. So a child is obviously going to have a really big candle, because like when, goes down, so, and then an old person has like a little candle, because they're almost dead.
Right.
So, he showed him these candles, and then the physician asked to see his life light, thinking it would be very large. But Death showed him a little stump of wax that was about to go out.
Wow.
Yeah. The physician was like, shit. He's like, light me a new one as a favor so I can go enjoy my life, married to the princess, and be king. And Death was like, nuh-uh. It's like, one light must go out before a new one is lit. And the physician was like, well, then just take a new, really big candle and use my little stub to light the big candle. And Death was like, sure. And then because he wanted revenge, he was like, oops, I dropped it. And then the physician died. Fell to the ground. Yeah.
So Death was over him.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm sick of you. Stop.
Well, because he disobeyed him.
Yeah.
It's a classic story of disobeyal.
Classic of temptation.
Yeah, temptation. You're not supposed to do...
Instant gratification is bad.
Candles.
Candles can be dangerous if they catch on fire.
Yeah, it also seems like this kid's parents became very uninvolved in his life.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, maybe... Like, he was like, take this kid, make it your own. Like,
hang out with it always because we're sick of our kids.
Yeah, we have 12 kids.
Imagine having 12 kids. I'm sure someone out there listening
also has 12 kids.
Might have 12 kids or might have 12 brothers and sisters, but damn.
I couldn't.
It'd be a lot.
It'd be a lot. It would be
a lot of mouths to feed. It's a lot of bodies to clothe.
It's just a lot of people around you at all times. And,
it is a lot of chances of your kids being rich, though.
It also is a lot of chance of your kids being a lot of other statistical things. Like, one of your children will probably get divorced. One of your children will probably have herpes. One of them will probably be a serial killer.
One of them will definitely be gay.
One of them will definitely
be gay. 2 of
them
will probably be gay.
One of them will be prom queen. One of them will become president of the United States of America.
One of them will have HPV.
One of them will start their own ska band. That statistic is actually going up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like
especially now in 2018, ska is huge.
Yeah, no, the price on trombones have really gone down, you guys. So we've been listening to a lot of Less Than Jake today.
Yeah, so much.
Everyone, do yourself a favor and go listen to "I'm a Dude, He's a
Dude, She's a Dude, We're All Dudes, Hey."
From the Good Burger movie. It's Less Than Jake, but it is also Kel Mitchell.
It's
singing.
more than Kel Mitchell.
It's 98% Kel Mitchell, and it's probably one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't know about you.
It's great. We listened to it at least 3 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, so go listen to that, you guys. We will be back next week with a new episode. Perhaps we will record it in Door County. Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? These things are few and far between lately, but
we're trying.
We're trying so hard, you guys.
We're really trying because we want this to be the best that it can be,
and we love you.
We really do.
Hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/The Sisters Grimm Podcast. On Twitter, we are The Sisters Grimm Pod, at The Sisters Grimm Pod. Mm-hmm. More specifically, on Instagram, we are at The Sisters Grimm Podcast. Go on, like us on Facebook.
Please.
Follow us on Facebook. Comment on our stuff. Write only kind comments.
Yeah, if you're going to leave something rude, go leave it somewhere else. Like in your own stuff.
Honestly, though, it is very funny reading poor, 1-star reviews of things. I was reading 1-star reviews on Amazon, and I was like, it was for a book. Actually, someone I went to high school with wrote a really cool book about dinosaurs. And, the people, I was reading people who gave it 1 star, I was reading other things that they had reviewed. And I'm like, this person has so much time on their hands. They literally, reviewed a pen. A fountain pen.
Yeah, people have...
I'm like, you have way too much time on your hands.
Stop yelping.
Yeah.
Stop leaving hateful messages on people's things. Be happy and go do something.
You know what? Yeah.
Outside.
If you don't enjoy something, you know what the person who made it doesn't want to hear? That you didn't like it.
If you didn't like something, guess what? Don't read it again.
Yeah. Or just don't say anything about it.
Finish it.
Everything is made for you.
Yeah.
Some people really love it. And some people might not like it. And that's
just like
totally
this
fine.
podcast, if you don't like it, there's a very easy unsubscribe button that is hard to teach to moms, but very easy to hit if you don't like the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't Mom having some trouble with some NPR issues?
She's trying to show her how to use a podcast. Anyway.
Anyhoozle. So, yeah, that's been us.
We got
Tuesday on the right, snoring on the 1s and 2s.
We've got some Goosebump books over here that I found from my childhood that I'm going to read, and I'm excited.
We have a super old stack of Bibles next to us, so
that's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna go learn about the good word, you guys. Have a good week.
Have a happy holiday, because the 4th of July is also coming up.
And all praise Cthulhu.